And good morning, everybody. I am 10 Tampa Bay meteorologist Rich Fields here in the 10 newsroom. Time for our 9:30 beach and boating report. We do it every Saturday and Sunday morning at 9:30. Get you caught up on what's going on with regard to the Gulf and the Bay. And just forecast in general, flow, winds, rain, the whole 9 yards. So let's talk about what's going on. Take a look at our live shots in and around the Tampa Bay area. Davis Islands, downtown Tampa. We've got St. Pete Beach, Lakeland, Clearwater Beach. Another shot of downtown Tampa from the Armature Works camera and St. Pete Pier as well. So let's go and take a look at Clearwater Beach. We got a crow, lower right-hand corner there, hanging out with us. Why not? What a great shot to sit and look at. That's from our Wyndham Grand Clearwater Beach hotel camera looking north along Clearwater Beach. Caladesi Island, Dunedin, way up here. And that's the shot from the Bellwether Beach Resort camera looking south along St. Pete Beach all the way down and toward Manatee County and Sarasota. Little bit of cloud cover out there offshore. Our shower activity today is going to be coming from inland. There's the shot from the Mahaffey Theater looking out toward the St. Pete Pier. And today is the Powerboat St. Pete Grand Prix, and you may be able to see some of the boats out there off in the distance right there. There's one going by right now. But that activity is going to be going on all day long, and you can actually see downtown. Left-hand side of the picture, downtown Tampa, looking all the way across Tampa Bay from St. Petersburg. But the boats will be out there. Today's the last day. Boats will be out there all day today. These, I believe, are the Wave Runner trials going on right now. The massive speedboats will be out there a little later on this afternoon. And let's see what else we got going here. Let me check it out. Oh, nice shot from downtown Tampa looking out over Davis Islands. This is looking to the south and east. Can't see the skyway there in that particular shot nonetheless, but we'll take a look at the current temperature for you. 84 degrees in downtown Tampa with the dew point hovering in the mid-70s. Look at that. Whew. Humidity at 74%. The feels like temperature right now with 84 degrees being the true temp, feels like temperature right now in downtown Tampa is 92. So we're probably talking indices today 100 plus, the feels like temperature today with the high humidity that we've got out there. All right, there's the satellite and radar product for you. Most of the entire state is devoid of any kind of activity right now. They've got a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity off to our north, up through the Panhandle up here, and then off the coast of Jacksonville. But really nothing popping just yet. We were watching an errant storm. It was the weirdest thing, man. This particular storm, right here, I'm going to show it to you. That one right there. That sat for about 2 hours this morning just outside of Zephyr Hills, between Zephyr Hills and Dade City. It sat. It was a nice thunderstorm with lightning pops, the whole 9 yards, and now it's finally on the move. Once it got to the Polk County border right about here, it's as if Polk County said, you ain't coming in the county, and it just dissipated completely. Here's the high-resolution Futurecast. We're going to look for the clash of the two sea breezes, the easterly breeze from the Atlantic, and then we've got the Gulf breeze. My arrow's pointing the wrong way, but the Gulf breeze pointing or going in this direction. So we should see a lineup today right along this axis right here. That's about where the two sea breezes are going to collide, and then we'll see things push our way toward the Tampa Bay area later on this afternoon. So we'll put it into motion. And, oops, hang on, you went too far there. Didn't she? She went too far. Can I take it out of? Yes, I can. Stop. Okay. Let me just back this up just a tad for you so you can see what I'm talking about. The clash of the sea breezes right there. Look at that. That's 7:50. Let's go back a little earlier. 4. Nothing really happened until about 3 in the afternoon. And then right about where I pointed to you earlier, we start getting those sea breezes to collide right along that particular axis right there. So as we step forward with Futurecast, some of those cells bubble up fairly decently from Orlando all the way down through Lake Placid, through Lake Wales, portions of eastern Polk County, southeastern Polk County. And then as we go through the timeline, you can see some of the showers start coming back and forming along the Nature Coast up through our northern portions of our viewing area, Citrus, Hernando, Pasco counties. I'll put it back in play and then advance through some of these shots and get it back to where we were. But overall, drier air is moving into the Tampa Bay area, and that's bringing our rain chances way down over the course of the next couple of days. So, all right, there we go. We're back to normal, I believe. Are we? Oh boy, I went too far, didn't I? Way too far. Sorry for the problems, my technical problems here. We'll talk about the tropics here too, get you caught up on what's going on, if I can get these lined up just right for you. Computer was giving me problems on the air today. I had to step away and take it out of play. And it's giving me problems again right now. Come on, baby. Well, nonetheless, let's talk about the tropics. 2 storms. We got Danielle up here, and we got Earl down here. Earl is a tropical storm. Danielle is a full-blown hurricane. Some waves there we've been watching too. We're always looking off the coast of Africa, West Africa, for tropical waves blowing off of Senegal and moving out over the Cape Verde Islands. So we've got quite a bit of activity. We are just now coming into the peak point of hurricane season. That's old information right there. All this is old. Am I on the wrong page? Doggone it. All right, let me back out of this. Hang on, folks. This has gone awry. This is the hit. Oh, no wonder. I'm in the wrong hit even. Dag nabbit. All right, let me just do these manually. All right, let's go with rip current potential here on the Gulf side. It is low, moderate on the Atlantic side. They get much more wave activity than we do on the Gulf side. The Gulf side's like bathwater. It's just beautiful. Very little activity. Beach forecast overall. The earlier you get out to the beach, the better, because those shower and thunderstorms will start picking up after 3, 4, 5 o'clock, make its way back to the coast. 88 for the daytime high along the coast overall. As a matter of fact, let's check on the individual beaches. Venice Beach looks like you might hit 90. A little drier to our south, and that's what I'm talking about at Venice Beach there. A little drier to our south. So just a 20% chance of rain. With 90 for the daytime high, with the lack of cloud cover, you guys are going to heat up nicely. Siesta Key also 90 degrees for the daytime high, 20% chance of rain. A little further north of St. Pete Beach, 90 degrees for the daytime high. And Clearwater Beach, upper 80s for the daytime high with a 30% chance of scattered shower and thunderstorm activity. As a matter of fact, remember that the activity along the coast is going to be late in the day. There's our forecast wind speeds right now. Everybody in single digits. Even the gusts are in single digits, except up through Hudson. As we page through some of the particulars, you can see the flow start to change a little bit as we get through the day. There's now the onshore flow is really starting to kick in. And this is why along the axis I told you about just east of Polk County there, just east of that Lakeland number, that's where all the activity is going to line up as the 2 sea breezes collide in that area. Here's the marine forecast for the boaters, wave runners, sailors. Southeast winds today, turning westerly once that sea breeze kicks in, 5 to 10 knots. Seas 1 foot or less, bay and inland waters at a light chop, and that bodes well for the powerboat St. Pete Grand Prix today in Tampa Bay. UV index at 11, Gulf temp at about 88 degrees, and here's the tides. Pass a grill. Your next tide will be a low tide just before 3 o'clock this afternoon at 2:56. St. Pete, this is on the bay side. This is for the powerboat St. Pete Grand Prix, folks. It'll be a low tide coming up this afternoon at 4:26 p.m. Johns Pass, you got a low tide coming up at 2:22. Clearwater Beach, a low tide at 1:41. And Crystal River, the Kings Bay area, will see a high tide at 10:52 a.m. today. And here's the overall forecast. Mostly sunny, scattered shower and thunderstorm activity today. 93 for a daytime high, with only a 40% chance of rain coming our way, which is nice. And same carbon copy of today again for tomorrow. Rain chances start going down they'll stay the same by Tuesday, and then they'll start going up by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. A little more moisture starts moving into the area. So rain chances start going up a little bit. A lot of folks chiming in. Janeville, Thelma Leos. Pretty there, Janeville says. We're out on the water in Clearwater right now on 2 charters. Beautiful out. Fishing Clearwater inshore. Scott Flesh. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that. Janeville, can't wait to get my scooter fixed so I can get near the water again. Take a bus. Uber. Jane, you said you had rain again. Where? Where are you at? Let's see. As far as the tropics are concerned, just those 2 storms out there in the middle of the Atlantic, nothing coming our way at all. We are coming into the height of hurricane season. As a matter of fact, that will be on the 10th. The peak of hurricane season for the Tampa Bay area will be on the 10th of the month. Thought I had a graphic for that, and indeed I do. Today's the 4th, so traditionally the peak of hurricane season for us is the 10th of the month, and you can see how everything starts to taper off after that. Not that we don't get storms after the 10th, just the frequency of the storms goes down a little bit once we get around the 10th of the month. Let's see. Phyllis Bourne, Kathy Dennis Brenner, thanks for watching. Lori Kishel, Dolly Hughes, a lot of people chiming in. Courtney McKenzie, Teresa Zalepa, did I say that right? Jane, you're in Corpus Christi. I thought you were local here. So yeah, you need some rain, don't you? No real weather questions for me, so all is well on that front. Our next newscast will be at 6 o'clock this evening, barring any kind of interruption from the sports folks here at CBS. Whenever sports are on in the middle of the day, and they certainly will be today. Do we have golf today? I can't remember what's on CBS today, but it generally runs long, and sometimes at 6 o'clock doesn't pan out. While I do have a moment, today is the 50th anniversary of The Price is Right. It was on this day 50 years ago that Bob Barker walked out for the very first time, September 4th, 1972, and started The Price is Right. And with that in mind, tomorrow actually they celebrate it on the air on CBS, 11 o'clock Eastern. The Price is Right will be celebrating their 50th anniversary. And I will be celebrating as well on the podcast. Come on down with Rich Fields. It's all about my time on The Price is Right. 6 years there, 7 seasons. The only announcer to have worked with both Bob Barker and Drew Carey. And the podcast, you can watch it. It's a video podcast, and I would recommend watching it because we show a lot of photographs, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, a lot of backstage stuff, a lot of videos. So you can listen to it on your regular podcast provider, Spotify, Odyssey, Apple News, wherever you get your podcasts. But if you watch the video version, I think it's a little more entertaining. Dave Wagner and I, we always welcome a special guest. And tomorrow, in honor of the 50th anniversary, we've got one of the long-time models of The Price is Right on the show tomorrow, Shane Sterling, one of my favorites, just an absolute doll, really good friend of ours, her and her husband, Larry Lalonde. Larry is the guitar player for the rock group Primus, and they just did the South Park 25th anniversary concert, and I think Rush showed up, a bunch of folks. It was really a lot of fun. But Shane will be our guest tomorrow on the podcast live. 3 o'clock. on the 10 Tampa Bay YouTube page. Just go to YouTube if you're not there already, because this particular broadcast is also on YouTube. Type in the number 10 Tampa Bay and come on down. Watch the podcast with us. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so we are wrapping this up for the day. I'll get a nice live shot up there for you. And say that the next time I will see you will be on TV. Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate it.